Managers Week, powered by Citrix, continues. Not only is it a great assembly of young talent that Blue Jays fans are excited about, it's one of the most well-liked managers in the game that folks love talking about up there, and we have the pleasure of visiting with Charlie Montoyo ourselves on Hot Stove. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I was just watching the highlights. Our team is a fun team to watch, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, we feel the same way. Your team is a lot of fun to watch, and for you, it's got to be fun to manage this group. I mean, we talk to managers who get reinvigorated by young players, but you're a young manager, relatively speaking. Do you find that you speak the same language as a Bo Bichette and a Vlad Guerrero as a big brother, or is it more of a father-son relationship you have with these guys?
I think both. Yeah, I feel like I do both. Like a brother and also like a father figure.
Hey, Charlie, Harold here. Obviously, with any young team, with young players, extra work is vital to their growth. So I'm curious, what do your workouts look like? Do you have early work and then regular work? Is that scheduled in, or is it because you're struggling? How do you do all that to help make sure they're continuing to grow?
No, we have early work every day, and our kids love working. That's what I like about our kids, and that's why they're getting so good, and that's why they're getting better right now, because they love working. And right now in the offseason, they're working really hard. We had exit meetings at the end of the year, and we talked to our players about what they need to do to get better and what they need to do in the offseason, and they're working hard right now. It's a fun group to watch.
All right, so I've got two location questions for you, Charlie. Two location questions. First of all, where is Vlad Guerrero Jr. going to play? And the second question is, where are the Blue Jays going to play in 2021?
Well, Vlad's doing a great job right now in this offseason. He's working hard. He's playing winter ball right now. And actually, the manager in his winter ball team is Dave Giles, who just got the bench coach job for the Mets, and I communicate with him every day, and he's telling me that Vlad is a great third base right now, and that's great news for us. And when it comes to our team, we're hoping we're going to play in Toronto.
Now, let me ask you this. With it being a COVID season and with all the protocols and the team having to not allow other people around you, did that really help you grow more because you just had yourselves?
That didn't bother us at all, not having any fans. Our kids were ready to play, and they play hard every day, so it didn't affect us. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun getting there early and guys working hard. But again, not having any fans didn't affect our team at all.
Hey, let's go back to the end of the season, Charlie. And your Blue Jays were such a great story this year, qualifying to play in the postseason. They run into that Rays buzzsaw in that wild card round, and that was a wrap. But tell me about the immediate days after the season ended. How long did it take you to kind of decompress? Did you watch the postseason, or do you just take some time away from baseball?
No, I watched the postseason, but I tell you what, it was fun. It was fun just getting to that point, just to make it to the playoffs, and knowing that 10 out of the last 20 games were going to be against the Yankees, and it wasn't going to be easy, and splitting against the Yankees and winning 3 out of 4 against the Yankees at home just to make it to the playoffs. It was a lot of fun for us. And I did get to watch the playoffs. Of course, I got friends in the playoffs, so it was fun for me to watch them.
Charlie, it's about time we have more Latin managers in baseball, and particularly Spanish-speaking people in baseball. With the numbers being close to 40% Latin players, how much of an advantage is it to be able to speak Spanish and communicate in their native language?
Yeah, I think our kids feel comfortable, of course, when they're talking to me in Spanish. And it's funny because a lot of guys ask me, how's Vlad's English? And I said, I couldn't tell you because I talked to him in Spanish. So, but yeah, it helps a lot for sure for Latin players.
Yeah, but okay, so you speak Spanish and English, obviously. What about Korean? How was the dialogue with Hyunjin Ryu? Did you pick up any other language skills this year?
we have the Japanese player too, by the way. But Ryu, I'll tell you what, Ryu's a funny guy, and I did learn a couple of words, but I don't want to mention it because I don't want to say the wrong word because I don't know if it was making fun of me, if it was a bad word or not. So I'm not gonna even say it.
Hey, Charlie, who is the best player on your team that went underreported? Because, we talk a lot about the young guys, Biggio, of course, Vlad Guerrero and Bichette. We talk about your star pitcher and Ryu, but who are some of the other guys that didn't get enough love in your mind?
That's a great question, and nobody really talks about Gurriel. Gurriel might be one of our best hitters, and nobody really talks about him. And another kid that had a great year and made a big improvement this year and step forward was Teoscar Hernandez. He had an outstanding year, and those two guys, nobody really talks about them, but they're coming. They're good players.
Matt mentioned the names Biggio, Bichette, and Bagwell, and I'm thinking about their fathers. What's your relationship with them? Did their dads ever call you and say, hey, here's what he's doing, or do they not bother at all? They leave you alone? I'm curious the relationship there.
Actually, I played with Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s dad. I played with Senior, and that's my claim to fame. I used to hit behind him, so we used to protect him at the AA level. So
that's funny.
Hey, let me hit you on one other name too, Charlie, because we've all fallen in love with Alejandro Kirk. He doesn't look the part, and that's probably why we like him so much, and he can really hit. So tell us about the kid, and tell us about the player, Alejandro Kirk.
I'll tell you what, I cannot relate to this kid. Imagine you just played single A last year, and then all of a sudden you come to the playoffs, and you come into not to the playoffs, to the big leagues, and now into a playoff situation, with that pressure. And this kid play like he was there for 10 years. He's got a great approach at the plate, and he did a great job behind the plate.
Well, Ross Atkins has put together a. Oh, go ahead, H. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to talk about Ross Atkins. You can probably follow up off of this. I was just going to say, this time of year, you're putting rosters together and impact and getting a chance to talk. How much influence do they allow you as the manager to have in conversations about players?
Yeah, I talk to Ross every day. I talk to Mark Shapiro every day, and I do get to talk to the players we're talking to on Zoom calls, and I get to say my opinion. And it's been a lot of fun to tell you about, listen to Ross and Mark talk about our team and how exciting our team is going to be.
Next time you talk to Ross, don't be surprised if it's actually Don Mattingly on the phone, because we have documentation, Charlie, that he's starting to look a lot like Donnie Baseball, man.
I like that sweater that he had on.
Yeah, Harold liked the sweatshirt too. In fact, we did quite a dialogue yesterday regarding sweatshirts on the program. Hey, Charlie, we appreciate the visit, man. Best to you and your family down there in the old Pueblo this holiday season, and thanks for the time today.